Hey guys, so today I'm bringing guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video, I will be showing guys top 5 sports cards that are absolutely on fire right now. A lot of big trades recently went down, and that has to do with a lot of this, and a lot of, I guess, tops cards and vintage cards have been going up quite a lot. But before we get into that, I do want to say, as you guys know, I have my Sports Card Invest membership program, and just 4 weeks ago, we were buying up these Brandon Ingram Select Concourse PSA 10s for just under $130. They've currently jumped to nearly $400 in a matter of just 4 weeks. Obviously, we were able to catch on to the Select trend right before it happened. We were able to catch on to 2012 Prism right before that set really popped off. So if you guys do want to go ahead and join in and make the most money you can in 2021, go ahead and click the link down below to sportscardsinvest.com and use code YouTube to get you 10% off. There's so much money to be made in the market, and our membership group has been outpacing the market by far. We've been doubling our money roughly every 2 to 3 weeks with our picks. So if you guys would like to join in, code YouTube for 10% off. Sorry about that, but yeah, click the link down below to sportscardsinvest.com if you are interested. But without further ado, we're gonna hop right into our first card on fire, which is James Harden. Obviously, this should not be too big of a surprise. He has gone from, a below average team in the Western Conference or an average team in the Western Conference to a title contender. So definitely expected an increase there. Obviously Harden is one of the best scorers in the league, one of the best players in the league, and obviously him changing teams, joining up with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, has definitely increased his prices. Obviously he had a rough end in Houston, and a lot of people, it was a little bit of a controversy, but this card nonetheless was $1,100 at the end of November. Middle of December, it was a $1,500 card, and currently they're upwards of $2,200. So, a big steep increase in James Harden's rookie cards. I definitely expected that. I was urging my members before he did get traded to go ahead and start buying these up, because whenever a player gets traded of this caliber, just alone the hype brings the card values to increase. Just the big hype. A lot of Nets fans will now want to go ahead and buy Harden. Whether he had gone to Philadelphia or Brooklyn, they will definitely be contenders in the Eastern Conference, if not contenders to win the championship. So, definitely makes sense that his cards have gone up quite a lot. But another guy who was a part of that trade who has started to really go up is Caris LeVert. So obviously, sorry about this, I cannot spell, but Caris LeVert's Prism rookie has gone up quite a lot since the trade. So obviously, actually Houston shipped him to Indiana. So currently he's a member of the Indiana Pacers, and his Prism rookie is $66 ungraded. Obviously part of this is, one, the hype of the trade, but two, also he will get a lot more attention in Indiana, in my opinion. He no longer has to be the third star behind Kyrie and KD. He has the chance to really break out and carve himself a good season. So that's definitely a big reason. He will have the green light. So this was the day of the trade. These were selling for upwards of $70. So as we can see over here, this was literally a $30 card just a few weeks prior. So Caris LeVert definitely got a big boost. He was also playing very well when Kyrie and KD were out. So that could be a part of it. But nonetheless, Caris LeVert is on fire. This went from $35 to $66 in a matter of a week. So that's a huge increase. Obviously, Caris LeVert is a young star. He's got so much potential. And I definitely think that Caris LeVert will have a big season in Indiana. Obviously, Indiana's looking very good, which is another big sign. If they throw Caris LeVert into that fire, that could really be a good team. So I definitely think that's, a good reason for his cards to increase. But next up, we do have Kobe's, but not his usual cards. Obviously, his usual cards have gone up as well, such as his 1996 Topps, and his 1996 Topps Chrome. But as those went up in price, I urged my members, and I actually posted this in our weekly report, to go ahead and buy these Kobe 1997 Topps. This was in my weekly report just 2 weeks ago. And currently, they have almost doubled since they were in my weekly report. So as you guys know, as 1996 Topps Chrome gets out of the reach for many investors, they will start to buy his second-year cards. And the pop on these is super, super low. So these have been going through the roof. Obviously, you do have to deal with greening. So some of these cards have bad greening, so they sell for a little bit less than market. But, nonetheless, these cards have been on fire. I remember picking these up in March for $10 ungraded, these Topps Chrome 1997s. I remember buying the same card for $10. I bought a lot of 10 of these for $10. Currently, they're up to $200 ungraded. That's an absolute crazy increase, 20x my money on these Kobe's, so definitely a big increase. Great money to be made in these Kobe second years. So that is another card that I wanted to include. That PSA 8s are up to $300, which is quite crazy considering where we were picking these up at. But yeah, definitely an incredible investment for Kobe's Hall of Fame induction. And just as his rookie cards continue to surge, people are going to look for alternatives. And 1996 Topps Chrome is certainly a great alternative. But without further ado, we're going to hop right into our next pick, and that is a little unexpected. We got Andrew Wiggins, Prism Rookie. So obviously, Andrew Wiggins is on the Golden State Warriors, and he had a super rough start to the season. I'm talking, the guy just simply was not showing up, and that caused his prices to tank. This card right here, I believe, went as low as $10 at one point, and is currently back up to $30. So Wiggins has definitely picked his game up. Wiggins is a player who, just didn't pan out in Minnesota, but he now has a fresh start in Golden State, and I definitely think that's really helped him. He seems to be playing with more energy than ever. If you watch him, he's playing defense for the first time in his career, which is great to see. So definitely, if the Warriors can be a contender, can be a top 6 seed in the West, which I certainly think they have the potential to be. Andrew Wiggins cards will certainly get a big increase if he can have those big scoring games. Wiggins is the type of player who will have a big 40-point game. We've seen that time and time again in Minnesota. I think he will definitely bring that into Golden State. So, I definitely think Wiggins is still a good buy at his current prices, considering the Warriors, with Steph and hopefully next year getting Clay back healthy. Wiggins is definitely a good investment still. But last up, we do have LeBron. I know it's a bit obvious, but, I definitely had to talk about LeBron's cards. These have been absolutely on fire. I will put up his tops just to play it simple, but all of his cards in general have been going crazy. It does make a lot of sense just because, obviously, as young players continue to go up in price, if you have all of a sudden Luka Doncic at $2,000, LeBron should certainly be well above that. And considering the incredibly high population report on the Luka Doncic, LeBron definitely deserved a big increase, and he did get that increase, which is great to see. His tops is up to around $6,000 in a PSA 10. This card dipped as low as $4,000 a few months ago. Last week, it was just $5,000, so it's gone up $1,000 in a week, which is big. That's a big 20% increase on a card of that caliber. So definitely expect these to continue to go up in price. I definitely do not see these going down. So a very safe investment. If you have the money, safe investment, great upside. Definitely one of the best buys in the market, in my opinion. And it does not require much risk. So definitely a big buy right here. But thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, if you guys do want to join the program and make some money with us, click the link down below to sportscardsinvest.com. Use code YouTube for 10% off. We've been killing it recently, so if you guys would like to join in on the profit, click the link down below and use code YouTube for 10% off. Other than that, I'm out.